You decide to eat healthier. You clear out the pantry. You buy vegetables. You make a plan. You feel in control. Then you walk down an aisle in the grocery store, or you see an ad on TV. And suddenly, a craving hits you. A deep, primal urge for something salty, sweet, and crunchy. And all your willpower vanishes. Most people assume the answer is simple. You just lack discipline. You gave in. But that's not quite right. And the real reason is far stranger than you'd expect. Because your willpower didn't fail. Your ancient brain was successfully hacked. Your instincts, honed over millions of years for survival, were turned against you. This story begins in the 1940s, with a Dutch scientist named Nico Tinbergen. He was studying herring gulls. Adult gulls have a small red dot on their beak. Tinbergen noticed their newly hatched chicks would peck this spot to ask for food. So he ran an experiment. He offered the chicks fake cardboard beaks. When the chicks saw the red dot, they pecked, as if it were their own mother. Then he made the red dot bigger. The chicks pecked faster. He created a beak with 3 large red dots. The baby birds went into a frenzy. They preferred the fake to the real thing. Scientists call these exaggerated cues supernormal stimuli, a heightened version of reality that elicits a stronger response than the real thing. Tinbergen found it everywhere. Geese that would try to roll a volleyball into their nest instead of their own egg, simply because it was bigger. But that's only half the story. Because this isn't just about birds. It's about you. In a grocery store. Your brain has its own red dot, a set of rules, written by evolution. For thousands of years, food was scarce. So your brain evolved to place an incredibly high value on salt, sugar, and fat. Finding them meant survival. Today, food is abundant, but your brain's reward centers haven't changed. They're still running on ancient software. The modern food industry knows this, and they use it. Food scientists engineer products to be hyperpalatable. They find the bliss point for each product, the precise combination of salt, sugar, and fat that excites your brain and keeps you coming back for more. They create dynamic contrast, the satisfying crunch of a potato chip followed by the way it melts in your mouth. Natural foods rarely provide this novelty. Your brain loses interest, but junk food keeps the experience exciting, encouraging you to eat more and more. These are the supernormal stimuli of our modern world. And as neuroscientist Stephen Guyenet says, we've gotten too good at pushing our own buttons. But there's another layer to this. And it might be the strangest part of all. It's about what happens in your brain before you even take a bite. In 1954, neuroscientists James Olds and Peter Milner ran an experiment that changed our understanding of desire. By implanting electrodes into the brains of rats, they could block the release of a neurotransmitter called dopamine. The rats lost all will to live. They wouldn't eat. They wouldn't drink. They simply died of thirst. But when researchers reversed the process, flooding their brains with dopamine, the rats became motivation machines, performing tasks hundreds of times per hour. For years, scientists thought dopamine was about pleasure. But it's not. It's about anticipation. It is the anticipation of a reward, not the fulfillment of it, that gets us to take action. Your brain has far more space dedicated to wanting rewards than to liking them. That's why daydreaming about a vacation can feel better than the vacation itself. The craving is what drives you. And a potato chip isn't just a potato chip. It's a cue that your brain predicts will deliver a reward. That prediction alone is enough to release dopamine, creating the craving that sends you reaching for the bag. So here's what's actually happening when you can't resist that snack. Your ancient brain, wired to seek out salt, sugar, and fat, sees a supernormal stimulus. Food scientists have engineered a bliss point that nature can't compete with. Just the sight of it triggers a dopamine spike based on the anticipation of how it will taste. Your brain's powerful wanting system hijacks your rational mind. It wasn't one thing. It was everything all at once. Every person on Earth has this ancient brain, a survival machine that is now living in a world it was not designed for. The next time you feel that pull, remember it's not a failure of character. It is the echo of a million-year-old instinct. The modern world didn't just invent new foods. It invented new ways to hijack the oldest parts of who you are.